All right, everybody. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Happy Tuesday, everybody out there in social media land, in Facebook land. Great evening, everybody. Great evening. Welcome to TLC Conversations. All right, we want to say hello to everybody out there. Hello to everybody that is jumping on. All right, great evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. All right, we're going to give it a moment. We can actually get this going. All right, so happy Tuesday. To everybody jumping on, we want to take the time to share, take the time to tag, take the time to let everybody know that we are live. We have a special guest on here today. All right, on TLC Conversations. And we're going to have a conversation on why. You want to say yes. Say yes now. Say yes to change. Say yes to having another stream of income. So definitely tag, share. We're going to give it a few minutes. All right, in order to let everybody know that we are live. Welcome to TLC Conversations. Happy Tuesday. I see you checking in. Let us know where you're chiming in from this evening. Take the time to tag. Take the time to share this to your page. All right, we're going to have a conversation about an incredible company that is changing lives physically, an incredible company that is changing lives financially. And it all starts with one yes, all right? So take the time to tag. Great evening, everybody. Welcome to TLC Conversations. My name is Pam McCray. I'm super excited to be your host tonight. I am excited and that I said yes, and I hope that every single one of you out there are excited about your yes and the future and what it is going to bring. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome. Our guest will be joining us in just a few moments, and I'm just really excited because this is a young lady who is near and dear to me. And she's going to share with you how one yes literally is turning her whole entire life around, and why in this season you want to make sure that you have multiple streams of income. All right. So happy Tuesday to everybody. We're going to give it just a moment because I know that she is out there, but I'm not sure exactly what may be going on. So we want to give it just a few minutes, guys, for everybody to have the opportunity to jump on, for everybody to have the opportunity to share this, for everybody to have the opportunity to get in position for what we know, without a shadow of a doubt, is changing lives all over the entire world. So welcome to TLC Conversations, all right, on this Tuesday evening. And I believe that our guest has joined us. And so we are going all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast today. And I think we have an echo. All right, so whatever, you have a device that's playing. There you go. All right, so you can turn the volume down, or there you go. That'll work. All right. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to TLC Conversations. Let me go ahead and get live on Instagram. I want to say welcome. The time for change is now. And one thing that I can truly say is that all you have to do is make a decision that you're going to do something in this season as we are closing out the second quarter, running all the way into the third quarter. And you know what? You just have to know that there is still time for change. And so on this Tuesday, again, my name is Pam McCray. I'm excited to be your host and literally talk to you about that came into my life a little over 6 years ago, has truly turned things around, where I was that stay-at-home mom looking for something. And I know that there's somebody that's getting on here tonight in which you are out there searching. There's somebody that's watching tonight in which you understand that your health is your greatest wealth. There's somebody out there tonight that's struggling with weight loss, struggling with their health, and understand for real in this season that your health is your greatest wealth. There's also somebody who's going to jump on or watch this later and really is that person that's looking for an opportunity, looking for a way to be able to bridge the gap. looking for a way to make sure that you don't have all your eggs in one basket, looking for a way to create multiple streams. And so I am really excited because on the other side of the screen, to those of you that are on tlcconversations.com and watching us on Facebook, I have an incredible woman that I thank God that he placed her in my life literally from the womb, because I know that we were destined to be best friends, and we've been best friends for umpteen years, right? I'm 52 years old. She pushing it, right? Not quite. I think I'm a couple months older than her, right? And, literally, we've been in the game of entrepreneurship together for many, many years, whether we were together or whether we were apart. But we understood it as little kids, because this is the young lady, none other than Nicole Fuller, on the other side of the screen, who, as my parents introduced me to direct sales and network marketing as a little girl, as they had the home parties. She was that friend who had to try some of these things. She was that friend who was at the house when all of this stuff was going on. She was that girl. And so I'm thankful, because God will place the right people in your life, the ones that are connected, for a lifetime. And she definitely represents that. So, hey to you, Nicole. What's going on?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay,
definitely.
great.
Loud
awesome.
Well, I can tell you, you're looking beautiful over there. It's checking in from my hometown, your hometown, Paterson, New Jersey, where I know that change is definitely happening. So, wanted to bring you on here today to kind of talk about the power of having multiple streams, and the fact that you said yes to TLC. I know that you've been kind of that serial entrepreneur, kind of like myself, where we tried a lot of stuff, right? We tried a lot of stuff over the years, and nothing really worked, right? But you always had that mindset of trying different opportunities. And it was so much for you to be able to have that extra, to be able to really build and create freedom for your family. And, just so for everybody who's out there, Nicole is a educator. She's a teacher, already changing lives in so many different ways, but she gives of herself day in and day out. And, I'm really passionate about her story, simply because, it takes a lot of a person, of an individual, to commit themselves to children, to commit themselves to being able to give of themselves day in and day out, to nurturing, to guiding, to pouring into our kids. And many times they are overworked and so underpaid. I remember watching my mom as she retired from being an educator. And so that's Nicole. So Nicole, tell us a little bit, about yourself, and, just kind of your journey and why you said yes to Total Life Changes.
Okay, so good evening. First of all, thank you, Coach Pam, for allowing me to share. Like she said, we've been friends for forever. We grew up together. We got in trouble together. We learned together. We danced together. We cleaned up together, and we tried a ton of products together.
Right.
I tell people that I actually learned all about network marketing while spending the night and sharing time, at her house. The difference between, my family and her family, although her mom was an educator, my grandma was an educator, and they were best friends. My family, on the other hand, was just that 9 to 5. So when I had the opportunity to come over there and just see, something different, even before that, I always felt like there was something different. I wanted more. It was like that whole idea of going to work and, working at 9 to 5. It was nice, being a professional, all that good stuff. It was nice. But there was something that I felt, even at a very young age, even when I was attending college, that I wanted more, I attended Hampton University as a business major. Go figure, I'm a teacher now. And while all of my classmates were attending, receptions for honor students, if you had a B or above, that's who they came to look for. And they're like, Nick, why are you not like there? And I'm like, I don't want to work for corporate America. And they're like, so why are you in school? I was like, my parents told me I had to come. So with that said, at 17, 18 years old, that whole corporate America was just not something that was so appealing to me. And I don't know why, but it just wasn't. So with that said, I've always been in search of something, you know. Like Pam said, I've tried numerous business as I traveled, both of our husbands in the military. Even as I traveled to different places, we always stayed in contact. I would call her and tell her what I was doing. She called me and tell me what she was doing. But this right here, Total Life Changes, has truly, truly changed both of our lives. That whole idea of multiple streams of income is just something that is absolutely amazing. And you just, you know what? It just gives you options. And being a mom of four beautiful daughters, a grandma of two, a recently widowed, you know, this right here gives me options. You know, I think I'm very adaptable and able to accomplish, you know, so much with so much that I'm confronted with because of the ability to be okay with trying different things and being okay with not being able to adapt to change. Let me say that, you know. So being introduced to Total Life Changes has truly, truly just changed my life. Amazing products and just wonderful.
Right. And we got. I don't know what that was coming from, but we're gonna keep going. I don't know. Maybe turn down your volume.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
A little bit better.
That's better. Okay. You know, and you said some very powerful things, Nicole, and which I know is helping, you know, everybody who's watching us today. And, you know, just that one word, options. You know, a lot of times we don't really fully understand having options in life. And that's just simply just like you just shared. You shared, you know, one of the things that, you know, Earl Nightingale talks about. Why do we do what we do in life? It's just simply because that's what we were told that's what we had to do. You know, you were told that you had to go to school. You didn't really know why, but you went to school and you got your degree and here you are today. But you always deep down understood that, you know what, that wasn't it, that you had to find something, a way to be able to create options for you, for your family, to be able to create the freedom that you deserve. And therein lies, you know, here comes, you know, years and years and later after trying, Total Life Changes, you know, and being that, I just want you to touch base on too, you know, being an educator, because I know, you know, watching my mom grow up and seeing her give up herself, like she loved, and I know, you know, she loved what she did. You know, it's a passion, it's a love that you have for kids, that you get up and you do what you do every single day, being overworked and underpaid. And so she loved what she did, but I saw her, you know, needing additional income. You know, I saw her wanting us to be able to travel during the summer months. So, you know, I saw her looking for, you know, where she would do obviously different businesses in this industry to bridge the gap. But also, you know, many teachers, educators look for like after school care, or you take on other things in order to be able to stretch out your income. Because I know sometimes they can get paid 10 months and they got to stretch it out, or you take less during the year. And so talk to, you know, that educator out there, or that person, you know, who, needs something else.
Okay, so basically, you know, being that I've taught for almost 20 years, believe it or not, I say that and I'm like, wow, it seems like yesterday I just decided that I was going to be a teacher because I started very late. I was a stay-at-home mom. You know, Coach Pam and I, we have very similar stories, believe it or not. I had the opportunity to stay at home with my children, the first two. And then once I started teaching, you know, everything was good, you know, so I thought it was wonderful. The pay at that top stage before my kids were school age, you know, it was good. But as I got into it, I realized that how we were moving in the process, the steps, that $500 raise in between steps, when you got that new contract, it's like, okay, the next year your raise is $500. The next year your raise is $500. And then you're going to sit and wait for this bubble. For all the teachers out there, there's a bubble. I don't know how your contract is set up, but when you hit, like, I think it was like supposed to be 15 years, you jump in salary. Like, you really show that you are in it for the long haul, and that's when you got your compensation. So everybody was waiting for that 15 years. And what I found out in my experience is that contract, that one contract that didn't come through, put a whole lot of my colleagues and myself in a situation that we could not believe that we were in. Wow. There are teachers who are working, who have been working, okay, with masters and advanced degrees now, okay, making less than $60,000 a year with over 10 years in. Where do they do that at? I just, so, seeing some of this, and I'm not saying it's everybody. And these are the stories that people don't even know about unless you're in the game. If you're not walking that journey, or you're not on that road, you have no idea the struggle that some of these teachers that I know personally are facing. Okay. And I just was like I said early on, I was going to have options. I wanted to be able to say when I was going to retire. Wow. I understand that 40-40-40 plan, but it just didn't make sense to me. Never did it make sense to me. It didn't then, and it doesn't now. So yes, I can continue to find ways to give myself and my family options, so that if I want to stay, it's my choice. But if I want to go, it's my choice. And I don't want to be that 60-year-old person. Okay. Someone who I know personally recently had a conversation with a young lady, and she was feeling overwhelmed because she's 60 years old. She has about 5 more years to give, but she don't really have it to give. And she felt overwhelmed. Why? Because she didn't have options. She didn't make enough where she could put money away. She doesn't make enough that she can say, I want to walk away. So it's like she's at a place in life, like, what do I do? And for me, that is somewhere I never want to be. I always want to have options. So if network marketing and TLC is going to be the vehicle that's going to supplement and provide that additional income, so that, when I decide I want to go, that I know I have an option to go hard and make a difference in people's lives and make that extra income and provide that lifestyle that I want for my kids. And, just being retired, not having to work anymore. That's what retired means. Not having to work anymore, not another little something, So for me, like I said, the buzzword, and I told Coach Pam, the buzzword for me is options.
Yes. Options. Absolutely. Wow. You know what? That's awesome. I wanted everybody out there to hear a little bit from your heart. This is TLC Conversations, everybody. And we're going to get into these products because and the opportunity that we have, the compensation plan that's really changing lives all over the world. But I wanted you to hear, from someone who is really already changing lives, looking for options for her family, makes a decent income, but she understands multiple streams. And so here in comes Total Life Changes that offered her and is offering her some options over here. And in this season, we have to realize that we cannot put all our eggs in one basket, because you just never know what may happen. You just never know how things will change. Just looking at what took place in the world in 2020, who would have thought that everything would be shut down and people would lose jobs and hours and be at home? But it happened, right? And so we're going to talk about this incredible company with some products. Just a few products here that's really bringing change, to Nicole's life, to my life, our life. For those of you out there, you already know our story, but we was broke prior to TLC. One yes to this incredible company literally has allowed us to become multi-million-dollar earners here. And I tell you, it's all because of one yes to understanding that our health was everything, me beginning to lose some weight, and things began to turn around. So Nicole, let's talk about these products, okay? And I guess first and foremost, what product did you start with? And tell us what began to happen in your life.
Okay. The tea.
That's
The
it.
original. The original tea.
This one
Okay.
right here.
That's where it all started, right there. When I first came into Total Life Changes, that's it. That's all we knew. That
This was all
little pack of tea. It just so happened was green at
right.
that time. But that little pack of tea, it was shared with me, and someone said, "Girl, you could, you got a detox. You could lose 5 pounds in 5 days." And
Right.
like I said, I'm a mom of four, and it was just certain things that just as I started to age, it just wasn't happening for me. So I just started sipping on some tea, and I was told just drink it. Just drink it. I said, just drink it. They're like, yes, just drink it. And I'm like, okay. And so I had that first sample pack, right? And for anyone who has been in Total Life Changes for any length of time, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it went dry. It was no more TT. So when I
Right.
decided that I wanted to turn on as a distributor, I can't even remember how long it took for me to actually get my product. So I was all excited. So she told me, listen, you have to take pictures. You got to drink the tea. You got to post. And I'm like, what? I don't do that. Like, you know, I'm not going to take no pictures of this and put it on Facebook and the social media. Like, no. She said, no, okay, well, if you're not ready for that, just make sure that you're taking pictures. So I'm just going to say to anyone out there that is like me, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who isn't like so, ready to put everything out, on social media. I'm growing, I'm learning and everything. But initially, I wasn't ready. So I got my kids to take a before picture. And then I drank on that. I sipped on that tea for like 15, I think it was like about 15 days. I did it for like 3 weeks, 15
Uh-huh.
days. And I lost like 14 pounds. And she
Wow.
said, you got to take pictures. And I'm like, okay. She said, pictures of the scale. And I'm like, okay. So although I wasn't posting, the journey was being documented.
There you go.
So guess what? Eventually, I decided to take that beginning picture with the same outfit side by side, and my belly went flat. I was like, whoa, this is a game changer right here. And I suffer from different things that I don't claim. That's what the doctors told me, knees and hips and back and all that other good stuff. So me getting on the floor and exercising was a little difficult. So it wasn't like I could, do those that stomach crunches and all that other stuff. So if you're out there and you have some of these, you know, issues that you struggle with, I drank the tea, and guess what? I never did one sit up. And my before and after would blow your mind. So yes, that was my first product, the original tea.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That original is everything. Literally stop right there, everybody, and not talk about another product, although we won't. But the tea was the game changer for all of us. And that is the very thing that's helping people to detox. It's an all natural detox tea, as you hear Nicole sharing her passion towards it. And I'm passionate because this was all we knew in the very beginning. But literally it's going to clean you out at a cellular level, all herbal, nothing else in it. And the power of detoxing is everything. So when you think about your overall health and being healthy, especially in this season, you want to start with detoxing, you know, and later on, the instant teas came out, Nicole, and, I know we got so many different products right now. We're not going to talk about all of them. But we got this instant tea. The original one came out. Right now, we got 4 instant teas, guys, and we're really excited. This newest one, Nicole, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to get it yet, but the fruit punch, you got it, girl?
I got an empty bag already. This is a full bag, but I do have an empty bag. This right here. Listen, my journey begins again, okay? Because life has happened and life will happen.
Right.
But I do know that I have some products that when I do what I'm supposed to do, they will do what they're supposed to do for me. So guess what? Here we go. I'm ready with my fruit punch flavored. I had to try it first.
Yeah, so give your opinion. Give your opinion. Because I went live and I gave my opinion last night. So give your opinion on that fruit punch.
Woo! Listen. That one right there, that right there is one of my favorites right now. Okay. One of my favorites, if not the favorite. So I have I'm going to go between the original when I start my journey again. The original and that one, I think is going to be the ones I use. But I told someone, I was like, oh, we got a fruit punch. I said, but I got to try it. So as soon as I got it that same night, I came home and I tried it. And woo, I was like, this is it right here. It got a good flavor. And I just needed like one little pack and I was good. That's the beauty of this. Like, no matter how long I've been on these products, for me, they still work. Okay. And we're talking about a long time. I'm like, about 6 years now. They still work. When I'm ready to work, I know that my products are going to be right there, ready to work with me. So that fruit punch right there, I'll be drinking some tonight. Yes, I will.
Wow. You know what? I love that fruit punch too. That's become one of my dailies, my day-ins that I'm intermixing just like you between the other teas. So I love it. I love the taste. It's refreshing this time of the year. Throw you some fruit in it if you want, some lemons, some limes, some oranges, whatever. You got you a cocktail while you're detoxing at the same time. Yeah. So it's incredible. But what I love, not to mention, guys, I do want to mention that we tap into the CBD industry. So if you're that person that you have some pain, some inflammation in your body, our lemon flavored tea or even our raspberry tea, we have CBD in it. All hemp, no high, so you're going to get the benefits of CBD. But what we love about our instant teas is that they have a soluble fiber in them. So therefore, you drink them 30 minutes before a meal, you feel full, and you're going to detox at the same time. So it's incredible. If you need to lose weight, you heard Nicole. She's not the only. I'm not the only one whose stomach went on flat. You heard her. Hers did too. So it's incredible what's happening over here. And it all started with the tea. But what about this NutriBurst? Let's talk about the NutriBurst. We're going to hit some of the key ones. This NutriBurst right here. How has this one changed your life?
That one right there, honestly, my daughter, my 19-year-old, who was actually about 16, she gave me a testimony. She's a cheerleader, and she came home late. She did homework. She had a cheer competition or conditioning the very next day. And I was like, you got to take some vitamins. Like, you go in there and get that NutriBurst. Yeah. And she's someone who stays tired. She loves to sleep. I call her a little vampire. But she took the NutriBurst, and then she came home, and she was like, Mommy, I wasn't tired today. Like, she was in the gym all day. And she's normally, sluggish or whatever, especially if she had a late night. And that was her testimony. Another testimony, same person. She was like, Mom, by the time I get to the end of the day, I'm sleepy with my hand holding my head. I'm like, okay. So now she's already tried it. So she's like, so I tried the NutriBurst and took it before I went to school. And Mommy, I wasn't tired. So as I'm running out in the morning, taking my kids, we're all grabbing our shot of NutriBurst because it's like we all got to have this burst of energy before we go on and start our day. So she was the one who, and I was like, I said, wow, this was not a paid testimony. This was just like a young teenager.
Wow.
That to me was priceless. I didn't coach her. I never said anything. I just said, take the vitamin. That's it. And then she came home and gave me her own personal testimony. So right there, we can stop because I always tell people I've had numerous testimonies from children. And children are very honest.
Yes.
So, and I didn't ask them anything. I didn't tell them what they were supposed to feel. I didn't tell them not one thing. All I said was, here you go. Take it. And then they came back and gave their own testimony without any coaching, coxing, or anything. So priceless right there.
Yeah, that is priceless. Wow. But that NutriBurst is changing adults, kids, and kids love to take it. That's what I really love. I don't have to convince our children to take it either. So, to know that they are going out into the world, doing different things, and their health is on point is everything, because that's real important in this season. So that's the Nutriverse, guys. And one more product that we're going to talk about is this NRG. All right. This one right here puts the icing on the cake. So if you're that person that's lacking in some energy, maybe you're not the happiest person, maybe during this season, you may be going through something in which you need your mood elevated. Well, guess what? This NRG will help you with that. It helps with mental clarity, focusing, a lot of different things. And so we're really, really excited about the fact that TLC gives us products that flat out work. We could talk about so many of them. The NRG, Nicole, I know, is this one you take every day? I mean,
now that one I don't take every day, but I do have my own personal testimony. I was actually going to convention and I wanted to save on my ticket. So I decided, because I used to do the things at the last minute, my husband would be like the last one to know. I decided I'm going to come from New Jersey. I'm going to drive to Philly and I'm going to catch a flight from Philly to Atlanta because I'm going to save money. Okay. I'm going to leave here. I think my flight probably, I want to say left like maybe 5 o'clock or something really early, which meant, guess what? What time did I have to leave New Jersey? I'm about 2 hours away, right? My flight leaves at 5. I'm driving by myself and I'm going to do a park and ride. Woo-hoo. Guess what I took?
NRG.
Some NRG. I put my music on. And guess what? I was wide awake. Wow. I was nervous at first. I'm going to be honest. I was nervous because I'm like, look, I know the adrenaline is pumping, but still, you're driving 2 hours in total darkness to somewhere that you've never been before, because I had never been there. But I was determined also to get where I needed to go. But that NRG, the truth, it was the absolute truth. It held me up way beyond the time that I needed to be up. And it got me where I needed to go. It helped me tremendously. I was like, that was something relatively early on in my journey with Total Life Changes.
Wow.
When I went to the first convention and I took the NRG, and that was I was like, oh my goodness, this is something different. And I don't even think I took 2. I think I may have taken 1. I can't remember because it's been a while, but that was my own personal testimony with the NRG.
Wow. I take it every day. I don't know why we got such an echo, but I take it every day. And, with working out, I try to exercise, several times a week. The goal is 5, that doesn't always happen, but I love it because it enhances my exercise regimen and just does so many different things. So a lot of different testimonies happen with NRG. And guys, we could go on and on with the products. We got coffee if you want slim. We got the essential oil line to elevate your mood and for your body and pains and all of this and that. And we could go really on and on and on with CMOS, a lot of different products over here. But what we want to do right quick is just shift, because not only do we have products that flat out work, but we have the #1 compensation plan in the entire world that's going to pay you out 6 ways that literally all you have to do is say yes to another vehicle, another stream of income. As you heard Nicole talk about options in the beginning of this live, TLC gave her the options of being healthy, but also the options of creating some wealth, creating some financial freedom, creating some options in her household. And, we're thankful because these ways, there's a way for every one of you to tap into, whether it's the retail that's going to pay you 50% every single day, whether it's the Fast Start bonus, when you now go out and you share with other people that they too can have a vehicle and now they get started with you, they partner with you, and you get a 50% off of how they join. Maybe it's from building this thing, right? Finding other people just like you too, for the hybrid binary in which now your position matters. You get in now before an explosion happens, as people all over the world are looking for other options like Nicole talked about, and you're now able to earn up to $20,000 a week on one way of pay. Perhaps it's the check match, the 4th way that we get paid over here at TLC, where, think about this, we personally introduced one of my best friends to Total Life Changes. She said yes. Nicole, as a school teacher, who is bridging a gap for her family, wanted to create some extra income. She goes out Let's say she makes $1,000 for the week. Well, guess what? Another 50%. Nicole is happy, right? We're happy for her, but we happier because we're going to get a $500 check match. Right. She's just one person. So imagine other people partnering with you and you having this opportunity. The fifth way is a lifestyle bonus. A lot of people want to change and live their life for the better. So $1,500 a month. So Total Life Changes is truly a company that offers options, paying 5 ways financially. And that 6th way, you'll feel it, right? Because we stand on some strong core principles. So Nicole, just tell everybody out there, I quickly went through the compensation plan because, real talk, facts tell and but results for real still, right? And so in our stories, at the end of the day. So tell everybody what this compensation plan means to you, and how it's been able to, impact your household.
Okay. With the products and the compensation plan, that first one, that retail, if you want to eat, you have a tool, you have a resource. Okay. You can go out there and find a way. That could be your first way. Okay. That's the first way, not the last way. Okay. That's how you start to start generating that income. And then as you begin to generate that income, that's when you start building, okay, that organization. But that first way is so powerful because that can change your life tremendously. Because I do a lot of retailing. Of course, now with the pandemic and everything, it slowed down because I enjoy being with people. So every time I saw a vending event or something that I could jump into and do some vending, that's what I did. I did a lot of that. The home parties, that's something that I enjoy doing. So I'm hoping, when we finally, as we're moving back into a normal way, if we ever can call anything normal again, I'm looking forward to doing those vending events and those tea parties where I can talk to people and explain to them about our amazing products, allowing them to sample. I'm thinking with the fruit punch, I see some ice. I see some ice in my future. I don't know about you, but I see some ice. Little ice, because it's so nice, it's so refreshing. I see some little ice, fruit punch ice cubes or something.
Yes. Well, they made the ice pop. TLC made an ice pop out of it.
Okay, you know what? I must have missed that one. I'm telling you, when I take it, I'm like, oh, this would be a nice little something, some ice or something. So right. Definitely, yep. When I need extra money, I know that I have the tool to provide what it is that I need, as long as I'm willing to go out there and get it. I have that option. It's an option though. So that's like we said, that's the key word is you may have all that you need, but it's up to you to use that option to get you where you want to go. So
there you go. Option. All right. So today, guys, we wanted to come on here and hear from, someone who truly is excited about her yes, who said yes to TLC, because she understood having options in life. She understood that, in order to create the type of freedom that you want to have in life, you cannot just be dependent upon getting up and building somebody else's dream, but you have to find that vehicle that is going to allow you to build your dreams in order to create not just one stream of income, but multiple streams of income. So we know that there's somebody out there tonight watching and saying, okay, well, what do I need to do next? Well, first and foremost, you got to make a decision. You heard about some of our products. We got something for everybody. So no matter what it is you want, just get back with whoever shared this live with you and say, you know what, I'm looking for this. Do you have something that can definitely assist me? Because we got you for real, right? And so get your products. But to the person out there that wants options, to the person out there that understands it's third quarter, y'all realize that half the year is over, right? So if you're that person that said, oh my gosh, 2021 is going to be my year, I'm coming up in 2021 because 2020 was such a down year for a lot of people. 2021 is a year coming back up, right? And you just haven't found it. Say yes tonight and get in front of something that literally is shifting and shaking up the entire world. And so all you got to do is grab a hold of a $50 business kit. You could start your home-based business, have you some options for $50, plus grab you some products, okay? One of our kits, literally, if you get 3 products, the T, the NutriBurst, the NRG, that's going to cost you about $160 literally for you to have some product to change you, plus your home-based business. But it doesn't matter how you start. Maybe you can only afford 1 product, 2 products, but get back. Maybe you can afford a whole bunch of products. Get back whoever shared this with you and say yes now. So tonight, we just want to say thank you for coming on here. Nicole, you got any closing words you want to say to everybody out there?
Options. More options and multiple streams of incomes. I just listen. Honestly, I don't want to see anyone come to that point where they whether you have a job, because I still currently teach. Okay, but I want to, like I said in the beginning, I want to come to a point where when it's time to say I'm ready to stop, I have the option. And I will not be forced to stay against my will. And whether that's you and whatever job or career path that you've taken, it doesn't really matter. At some point, you may decide you no longer want to do it. Mm-hmm. And you want to have that option to say, you know what, job well done. It's time for me to live on my terms with options. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Coach Pam for allowing me to share. When it comes to stuff like this, I'm extremely passionate because this is something that I want to share even with my youth, because they determine when they decide to retire. No one should be telling you that you got to work until you're 65. I think the new age is 65, I think, or 62. That's what they told you. You can't collect Social Security, I think, until you're 62. And some people can't do it until they're set. I don't know. But I don't want anyone telling me when I can stop working. I want to have that option to do it when I'm ready. And I want that same thing for you. So let's go get with us right over here, Total Life Changes, and give yourself some options.
Yes. Well said. Thank you so much, Nicole. One of my BFFs, I tell you, for life. Thank you for your yes. So thankful for your yes, and just thankful that God connected us on this journey. So to everybody out there, go get your options. Say yes to TLC. Say yes. We are on a mission. That mission is no doubt we're going to help to change 10,000 lives, physically and financially. It's not a question of are we going to get it done? It's a question of are you getting back for whoever invited you on here to hear about this tonight, why you need some other streams of income, whether you're going to decide that you are one. And as you do that, we look forward to seeing all of y'all, not from the top, we're Nicole at the top, because that bottom is way too crowded and nobody deserves to be there. So we'll see you back tomorrow night, same place, same time, as another TLC Conversations and more stories come on for you to say yes and to put your guests in front of. So be blessed. In the between time, we just want to say it is time for every single one of you to have the mindset that it's time to do nothing other than go big, guys, because that is what we were designed to do in life. We were designed to get up every single day and to manifest the very things that we desire to have happen in our lives. But you got to know that you got to have a vehicle. You got to have something that offers you the opportunity. You got to have something that gives you options. That's the word of the night that Nicole shared. So be blessed. Thank you so much, BFF. I love you to life. All right. Good night, everybody. Let's go big. Send a DM. All right. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let's build more relationships together. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work. And that's what we do. That's why we're so passionate. That's why we love what we do. All right. We'll get it done, y'all. Let's go big. See y'all later. Good night, everybody.
Night.
I don't walk my glide. Don't be extra style.